Well, this was all supposed to be done yesterday. But given this new stupid World Cup format, we've still got 15 countries to assign before we get... I'll go back to my summer car, I think, and we can relax and stop staring at marbles for an hour. However, it's not just 15 countries. It's 8 of the top 10 ranked countries in the competition are still to be given out to the green and the oranges, including the top 3 favourites, according to whatever Siddles' list is to be relied on for. Which means this is probably the business end of it. Are we ready? It's a good logo, right now? Can we fuck around? Endless straight meteor strike level and portal purgatory only, yeah? All them levels we started with yesterday that all ended in no score defeats. Right, welcome to the stream, everybody. Are we ready to finally assign the remaining countries? I need to state there is 5 hours left. No, what? Is it 5 hours until the first game? So if you would like to do your predictions, I did them yesterday, right? Everybody's been saying it's this massive, ungodly slog. It took me like 4 minutes or something, and I was actually pondering a lot of them. It's not like I was just spamming numbers. 6 hours, yeah, just under 6 hours until the first game starts. If you haven't got your predictions in before the first game, at least for the first game, your predictions won't count. Therefore, if you want to get the entire prediction sheet done and be part of the whole live thing that, if you remember, from 2024, then you've got to do it now. The link is in my last Discord message. I won't post it in here for obvious reasons. 8 PM UK, right? Okay, so in 5 hours and 47 minutes, the first game will kick off. So get in there if you'd like to help your team, Oranges, and get making those predictions. Potentially winning your team 10 points and yourself a Person of the Century of the Day point. Imagine. Alright, we're ready to get this started. 6-4 is our Cats. Welcome to the stream. Castle Siege only. Does any Americans know where to watch the World Cup, ideally legally? I don't know what it's like over there. It used to be, in this country, available for all to watch. Free. But I think money's talked, and suddenly we can. Already did my worst. Respect, Mindrake. Mindrake, welcome to the stream as well. Good morning, everybody. So, before we get started, yesterday, obviously have I still got the other? Still have this? No? This? No? Fuck knows. We assigned the countries in the lower bracket. Then we moved on to the upper bracket. Everybody who has won points in 2026 up to this point has been assigned one of the top 34 countries. Azar got Australia, Mindrite, Mexico, and as you can see, the numbers after each country is their ranking, from 1 being the best to 48 being the worst. Dougie got South Korea, Orga got USA. The only top 5 country given out so far, it went to Bear with Brazil. Pat got Morocco, Schmitz Switzerland, Azzy Uruguay, Salty got Egypt, Pola got Japan, 6-4 Ecuador, Santa Germany, Nina Sweden, Gwynblade got Austria, Cats Turkey, Trim Croatia, 12 Paraguay, Chaz Algeria, and Chrisman got Scotland. Cats, I remember to remove Scotland. Therefore, with only these countries left to go, the Czech Republic, Bosnia, by the way, best song for this, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Canada, Senegal, Colombia, Belgium, and then look at this. 8 of the top 10 countries are still to be assigned. Belgium, Norway, Netherlands, Portugal, Argentina, England, Spain, and France. The more I look at that 6-4, the more I'm not sure what this list is that Siddles has collected, but it's what we've got. Again, as is always with these things, this doesn't mean it's a guaranteed. It should be obvious, but still. Jamwedge, welcome to the stream. Do I still get a lone marble run at the... You do, of course, Jamwedge. That country needs to fight for you. And hopefully it's, with all due respect, the Czech Republic. Kit, welcome to the stream as well. So, we're going to continue exactly where we kicked off from yesterday, then we'll move over to my summer car where I can hopefully try and relax and not die as I come down from staring at marbles, shouting and writing for all this time. Just to prove it's not rigged, the last marble has to marble. True. Right then, are we all ready to get started? We go next for Lundios. 15 marbles are going to roll on behalf of Lundios. The winner will represent him in the 2026 World Cup. Now, France, England, Spain, Argentina, all still to play for. With a bit of luck, those go orange. But we only have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oranges. 7 oranges remaining. Anything's possible. Best of luck, everybody. We go to Lundios' round. Please not France. Please. I mean, Auger desperately needs Lundios not to win this, right? If Lundios gets France, or gets whatever the winning country is, he would leapfrog Auger to go 3 points clear at the top of the league. Has Auger gone yet? Yeah, he's got the USA, of course, yes. Right, best of luck, mostly oranges. Let's begin. Once this is done, I can start looking forward to this. Portugal, please. Please. Come on, for the good of the oranges, this is very important. That's a very strong start from Portugal. Senegal, get the overtake. Nice. Ooh, not got the overtake yet, though. Going to be coming out about even, it would appear. And they are. Bosnia's arrived in second, but got held back. Is Portugal just going to coast all the way for Lundios? I mean, it does screw Auger over, which I like. Colombia and Ghana and all of them are chasing up behind, but Portugal gets one hell of an exit. Portugal enters the lift. Senegal arriving at pace. Can Portugal get stuck up the top? Not stuck enough for me, honestly. But there are a lot of other countries chasing. Portugal is already out. Lundios, if you're watching this, you've got to be happy with what you see so far now. For the fucking Greens, we're already 25 points behind. Where's everybody else? Okay, there is some bullshit yet to come though, so there's the chance of an overtake. We need one of the countries going down the middle to hit that boost pad. Okay. Can we have somebody, anybody? Belgium, Norway. The top 5 are all top 10 countries. Okay, Portugal is being held back slightly, but I'd rather Portugal than Spain, frankly. Now England as well. This is fucking ridiculous. Okay, England's been held back. Spain's been held back. Come on, Argentina, get the overtake on both of them. One of you dickheads. All right, Portugal's back in the lead. Spain, stop. Where's all the good... This is fucked. This is absolutely fucked. Lundios is almost guaranteed a strong country here if it stays like this. Portugal enters the bobbly bits. Come on, Portugal. Portugal, not England. Portugal, not England. Go on. Orca, welcome to the stream. England came second and Spain looks like it's going to be coming third there. I mean, look at, you say fuck shit. Look at the fucking... That was I didn't like that, Satan. No, it's true. Satan, good afternoon. Orga, welcome to the stream. Lundios has such good luck, though. You're really surprised. It is true. Ah, fuck off. It looks like it's on Peacock. I'm already paying for like 6 streaming services. I'm not going to do another. It's bullshit. Agreed. Alas, it's not what it was. Lundios then gets Portugal, the 6th highest ranked team in the competition. I don't like this. In the 73 years before Cristiano Ronaldo's debut, Portugal played just 3 World Cups in 66, 86 and 2002. but during his international career from 2003 onwards, it has reached the tournament 6 times. This might be his last as well, right? You'd imagine, surely. Portugal needs to really drop the ball. Hopefully they just focus it all around Ronaldo. Right then. Please don't let Martin get a good team. Please. Please. Gods. The level is Twisted Toothpick then, and it is now on to Martin. Let me have a look what this can do to Martin. Martin is currently on 4 points. If he gets this and wins, he goes at 1 point behind Auger. Come on, let's have some shit team for Martin. I don't want a green to get Bosnia. They played Nigeria yesterday and he had a good fumble, did he? Martin, speaking of fumbling, let's see it. Portugal needs to drop the ball. This may be the worst thing that's happened to me like ever. It could have been worse. As an orange that would also not like a green to get such a good... Yeah, go on, Czech Republic. I think Czech Republic are the lowest ranked team in this at the moment. Ooh, Colombia with the overtake. Then again, Martin got the Siddle's favourite in... not England. Not England. In Eurovision and got nothing for it. Go on, Czech Republic, get there, go on around the outside. Yeah, England falls behind. The Czech Republic is in the lead. The Greens get Bosnia, they at least get a good... That's what I'm saying, I don't want them though, because the song's good. So, but in me desperately trying to find a country to support in this World Cup, Uruguay is an easy one, but that Bosnia song is just too good to deny. Alright, Norway gets the drop. Go on, Czech Republic. Yes. Don't you go back into that spinner. Okay, Argentina gets the escape. Please not in. France! Whoa. Come on, Argentina, hold it down. This is the way. Reeks, good afternoon. They've not missed you getting France. Come on, Argentina. Don't get overtaken. I'm having to sit here and celebrate the Greens getting 6th and 5th ranked in the fucking world. This is the fuck. Go on, Senegal. Go on, Senegal, do something funny. It couldn't, could it? It could not. Damn it. Alright, Greens, you have to admit, this feels like a good start. Martin gets the 5th ranked team in the competition after fucking Lundios gets the 6th. Piss. I've been sat all night thinking this could go well. Jesus, look, I mean, France desperately doesn't want to represent Martin and let him get 5 points, nor does England. Shit. The only man to score a hat-trick at 2 World Cups is Argentina's Gabriel Batistuta during the 94 and 98 tournaments. Both were scored on June the 21st. Both were against World Cup debutants, and both were completed with a penalty. Batistuta facts. How has this taken 2 days? So, normally, Dougie, it's 24 teams, and in this one, it's 48 for some fucking reason. Brand new World Cup format. Alright, Martin gets Argentina. Garfs, welcome to the stream. Did Hull City get promoted to the World Cup? They did, yeah. Actually, Garfs, you actually have a country in this. Not one of the good ones for not getting any points, but you do have a country that will be representing you in the World Cup. Alright, Argentina are out. 13 marbles into this next one. Dougie, good morning. Garfs, good afternoon. Let's not tell Stubler they're thinking of expanding it to 64. It's true. Let me just find out, actually, Garfs. So there was like a losers bracket where we filled in the rest of the 48 fucking teams with people who we talked to a lot but didn't get points. You, Garfs, have got South Africa, who hosted the competition not long since. That's not the worst, I suppose. Yeah, they are. If they increase it to 64, we're just going to go and watch, like, hockey or something, right? Kurpa. We need a revolution to replace UEFA and replace FIFA. 13 marbles enter. 3, 2, 1. This round, then, is for Kelly for the Greens. Likely to take the early lead for losing a point tonight, though. Ooh, that is true. Yeah, if you come last in this competition, Gaffs, you lose a point, so you might end the year on -1, which would be a first. That would be a Doomhaus record. Are we ready? The level is the lucky few. Good luck, Kelly. We begin. If you come third, you get 1 point. Second, you get 3 points. And first, you get 5. Also, if anybody listening to my voice right now would like to make your predictions for the first round of games, the last link in Discord, the last message in Discord contains the link where you can do so. It takes a couple of minutes. You can take an hour over it if you think really hard, or you can take 20 seconds and just spam it. I hate this. Spain have taken an early lead for Kelly, for the Greens. The numbers next to the countries, everybody, are their rankings. First, obviously, being the favourites. Go on, Bosnia. I know I desperately want you to be orange, but we'll take this. Spain! Spain is making good headway through the Dingledon. I hate this game. Go on, Bosnia. Yes, Bosnia. Took longer than 20 seconds for me and I spammed it. It was at least 2 minutes. I know. Everybody's been saying it's this like huge, grueling marathon slog of a thing to fill that chart in. So I set an hour aside last night and it took me less than 5 minutes. I hate this. Is this how the Greens are going to start this today? Okay, England and Spain are having trouble in that spinner. Spain might just get released for it. No, they haven't. Go on, Belgium. Go on, Bosnia at the bottom, though. Imagine. Is England going back in it again? No. But Senegal, Bosnia making moves. Yes. What time's the cut-off? There's no actual cut-off, but if you're... Stick the land... How lucky have the Greens been this week? And Spain gets straight out of the tumbler. Honestly, Greens, if I were you, I'd put a lottery ticket on. That is ridiculous. The Greens get 3 of the top 6. Kelly gets Spain. Watch Reeps get England. I think it's going to have to happen. Spain has only ever played in the World Cup semi-finals once in 2010 when going on to win the tournament. Is that true? Have they only ever got that far? Surely they've won it, no? Kelly, congratulations. You have the ranked 2nd team in the entire fucking competition. Sorry, there's no cut-off, Reeps, but if you do it after one game has played, you simply won't get scores for it. This is some dumb shit. It took me maybe 10 minutes because I had to find out how shitty the shitters are compared to the other shitters. It's so rare that anybody gets hit by one of them pegs. And every now and again the Greens just have this week where they could roll a 100-sided die and they get 100 every fucking time. I don't get how it happens. I find it hard to believe France is first. I'd have said Spain, Germany, or England. I mean, France have won... Is it the last 2? No, they won in 2018. Yeah, France is a very good side. Oh my god, this is bad. Okay. France is stupidly strong, yeah. England haven't won it in 60 years. Alkirion, good morning. Sothan, good morning. It's not going well. We've done 3 rounds so far, and 3 of the top 6 have been awarded to Greens. Alright, 12 marbles enter Reeps. Are you confident? You are almost guaranteed to get England, the way this is going now. Or France. Fuck me. Alright, Reeps is up for the Greens. Well, we were getting better at getting quite far. I say we. England were better at getting quite far under Southgate, but that era is behind us now. Right then, Reeps, good luck. France already in second. I can't see a world where France don't eventually end up ahead of the Ivory Coast in this. This is some bullshit. What you're referring to, Alkirion, sorry? I speak a lot of shit, so sometimes just a direct response to a message, my memory's not good enough, I apologise. Technically in 5 hours and 30, but I don't know if Siddles can tell when the bets came in, so as he said, you can still do it, you'll just not get the games counted that have already been played. Yes. Ooh, Senegal, come on, make a good run. France is right there, obviously. The universe is desperately trying to get the Greens all the top teams after it didn't happen yesterday, so the Oranges, we have to fight against some voodoo bullshit. And it's dropped. Alright, France has got the easiest run now. Norway's there with them. I like saying, by the way, how you thought of some bullshit scenario that would give Reeps the second best country. Just purely because he's green. And the game's like, how dare you? I'm going to give him the best country. I can't sit here and predict that this is what's going to happen and then it happens. Nobody's got out of the tumbler yet. France is coasting. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. The tumbler is doing its best to hold everybody back as well, look. Is there a chance in hell that it does that before France gets its drop? Senegal? France will beat Senegal there. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I mean, I should have just written that on there anyway, right? We said it was going to happen at the start. Reeps gets the best country in the competition. Sorry for spoiling it before it even started, but that's just how this week goes, right? Do you want me to check the time? I can check the times, actually. But I don't think the Oranges get this lucky this week. The first World Cup goal was scored by Frenchman Lucien Laurent in 1930 against Mexico. I think we can agree to give Portugal to an Orange and Senegal to Lundius. Nah, I think France definitely was ahead. Reeps, congratulations, gets France. Officially. Yeah, it actually looks smaller than it looked. Sorry, it is actually smaller than it looked, Sothan, but I'm with you. It definitely looked like they both went in at the same time. It's weird how you called it. It is, right? Alright, can we have stuff a little less? Alright, Siddles is up. So maybe this is the Czech Republic or Bosnia, maybe, for Siddles? England are still in, but all the Greens have just swallowed up all the best ones right there. Right, are we ready? Okay. This is for Siddles. The level is Marbles Diner. Siddles gets England. I wonder who the team to watch is beside France, so I don't have a feeling. We need a Siddles dark horse we could all get behind. Uruguay. Portugal to Siddles, that's fine. Alright, Bosnia, Czech Republic, or Ghana for Siddles. Which one? Imagine a Scot having to cheer for England. There we go, Czech Republic. It was not the one of the three that I was anticipating. Netherlands does get the overtake, though. I mean, England is desperate for Siddles. Fat bastards gobbling up all the big countries themselves. I mean, maybe one of the 30s can actually hit the boost pad. Nobody's hit it just yet. Chaz, welcome to... Have you been rolled yet, Chaz? You have, right? You've got Algeria. You know what? The Netherlands is trying to make it interesting. And it sticks the landing. Imagine if the only orange top spot is England for Siddles. He'll fall on the sword thing though, won't he? He'll be like, yeah, well, I'll sacrifice the points just so I can see England lose. If we can get England, we at least have 1 to 7. Who's Algeria? Oh, don't worry about it. Fictional country. I mean, this seems unlikely that we're going to get a top 10 country. How are the Netherlands going to fuck this up for Siddles? In fact, I don't think it can fuck it up. Is the marbles algorithm broken? Netherlands would have to go on one hell of a bad run. Canada gets the drop and it's got the spinner to go through. Netherlands is having a bad run as we speak. There it is. Siddles gets the Netherlands. At least the Oranges have one top 10 country. That's not bad. That's not bad. Siddles has the Netherlands. What were they again? 8th. Fucking hell, I can't believe it started like that. I was kind of interested in this to see how it would play out, to see if the Oranges' luck could turn, but no. Jesus. Australia's going to win due to the ultranationalism of Baby Azar, don't forget that. I'd like to see it, honestly. It's a bit different, though, in it to Eurovision, this. This is based on hard facts and statistics. And strength that's got tons of data behind it, whereas Eurovision's based on bullshit. Siddles gets the Netherlands. The Greens are in danger of not being able to completely suffocate the Oranges right here, because there is still technically third place open. Can Satan get his home nation? Netherlands goes to Siddles. Right then, Satan. Love is in the air is the level. Let's begin. Every sports movie I've ever seen says otherwise. I know, right? Well, that's why they invented VAR, so they can add a layer of subjectivity to an objective game. And fuck everything up, to make it a little bit more Hollywood and sellable. The Netherlands is the team to have played in the World Cup final the most times without ever winning the competition. They reached that stage in 74, 78 and 2010. It was in the final in 2010, I don't remember that. Followed by Hungary and Czechoslovakia with 2 each. Ah, here we go. This is what we're used to. One of the higher numbers to represent Satan. Can Satan get his home nation and be the first to do so? Tag Slap coming next could also. Canada and the Czech Republic are also vying for it, but Norway is in here. None of us are quite sure how Norway are in Siddles' top 10 list. But we'll take it, because in a Doomhaus sense, it's a low number. All you need to win is a scrappy underdog and believe in the power of friendship or some bollocks like that. I mean, we all want to watch those stories, but alas, they very rarely play out. I mean, England are doing some good moves for you here, Satan. Can we actually get somebody to get their home nation? England have a lot of work to do yet. This level's got a few twists and turns. Ghana's doing some drop-down bullshit down there. Oh my god, England nearly fell out of that thing then. Right, Satan, you've got to make this jump first. Well, this very much goes against the narrative. Surely something goes wrong here and the Greens get England. How is this possible? Bosnia's arriving. England just has to hold off Bosnia. Ghana and Canada. Satan, you've got a good team lined up here, even though none of us are convinced that England are going to get anywhere near third. Then the Oranges have England, and that's just put up. Yeah, the only on paper ranked high team is the one that's going to whiff as usual. Watch this. Satan, you ready for a big Bosnia slap? Although I don't think Satan would mind getting Bosnia, just based on their song. By the way, if you haven't heard it, everybody, go watch Bosnia's World Cup song. It's brilliant. Including the line, "Please take me to the United States. I will assimilate." Satan gets England, and we actually have a good country for the Oranges, and our first in a very long time person to get their home nation. Not bad. Satan gets England. This is going to be a negative stat. I feel it. England has used 472 players overall since winning the World Cup in 1966. Their best performance in the competition since then is 4th in 1990 and 2018. Ooh, Cats, is your data is your stuff out of date? Wait, are those the lyrics to that one Romanian band that Auga sent me once? They're a Bosnian band. The song's a little older than this. It's like 10 years old or something, but the article's from 2025. Cats! His data's out of date. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. Right, Satan gets England. That's not too bad. Tag Slack is in the running now, and what good countries are left? Norway is the best Tag Slack can hope for. Auga says 9. Sorry, Auga says 9. The amount of numbers in 9. Auga says it's not Romanians. I mean, you know what Southam's like. They're all the same type. You know what I mean? Alright, Tag Slack. Best of luck. On Thin Ice is the name of the level. All of the good countries have gone almost immediately. But we can still get Tag Slack. Norway, which for some reason I have no faith they're going to get as far as everybody says they are. Gwynblade's the record holder. Best of luck, everybody. Yeah, they were runner-up in 2022. Speaking of Bosnia, they might be representing Tag Slack. Hey, that's cheating. Why did Bosnia and Herzegovina get 2 versus 1? What is Herzegovina? Isn't it like some big state or something that... There was some decision when Yugoslavia fell, wasn't there? That they decided to... I can't remember how that works. It's like a big territory, isn't it, in Bosnia, or near Bosnia, somewhere. If this is entirely wrong, don't blame me. Ooh, Bosnia was too... Hey, there you go, Chaz. There was too much weight of 2 teams doing it at once, and Bosnia fell through. I like the little silence as everybody's Googling, but I appreciate you Googling. Right, Belgium in the spinner up top. Gets out nicely. The tumbler does seem to be the tactic. Although France did break every single norm and beat the person in the tumbler last time. This is the same level that Reeps won France with. Belgium wouldn't be a bad shout for Tag Slack, even though they'll be represented by terrible kits, as they always are. Remember that kit last time? It had a fire on it. Christ. Then again, this one's in the US, right? But maybe like all of that over-the-top stuff. Okay, Belgium is trying its hardest up top. I was on a call. Good to see I got... You're one of the very, very rare few that have got their host nation. Unfortunately, reality has snapped back to the oranges and Tag Slack just got the Czech Republic. Tag Slack got the worst country in the competition. Good work, Tag Slack. Alright. In 34th. Czech Republic's got good board games. Playing as Czechoslovakia in 1934, the team contested the first World Cup final going to go to extra time, losing to hosts Italy 2-1 in the showpiece in Rome. It was the only World Cup final before 1966 to require an additional 30 minutes. So what did they do before? Just go straight to penalties? Right, Tag Slack gets Czech Republic. This all feels a bit of a damp squib now. The Greens just ate all the best teams now, right? Shit. Right, they're not playing that. That's rubbish. All that's rubbish. Fucking Marbles is a minefield now of shit levels. This level is endurance test, and this is for anti. Hey, Hungary out in this, are they? There's some nations that you'd expect to make a 24-team World Cup that aren't in this, right? Right, good luck. 6-4's the record holder. This is for anti, for the oranges. Geez, he did some great games. Got one next to you and a bunch at the other end of the room. What, are they a Czech company, are they? Yeah, you were saying... Oh, true, you were saying, yeah, you said this in golf the day that penalties have only been introduced to the World Cup in 1982. Before that, it would have been a coin toss. God, I bet penalties was controversial when it came in. I can't do it. I can't watch, like, penalty. I can't find it so stressful I can't watch it. Even if it's two teams I don't even care for. It's horrible. Every now and again you get a good... I mean, we had a couple of penalty shootouts this season as well because of our cup run. And they're miserable to watch. It's just, for some reason, penalties feel a bit easier to watch when they're Leeds games because I'm just so sure that they're going to end in tears that I'm just built and ready for it. Even when we win them. But for some reason, I can't watch even neutral penalty shootouts. It makes me too stressed. Every now and again, you get a happy ending like we did in the Champions League final, but you know what I mean? Oh, they're called Czech Games Edition, I see. Okay, this is for the oranges. I mean, Bosnia are desperately trying to represent Anti. Senegal's currently in first, I think. Belgium and Norway are fannying about at the back, which are currently the two strongest teams left in this. We have Sothan, Cellist, Alkarion, Easy Green, Shagidan, Mazak, and Jamwedge left to go. The marble jam. Just think about this, Jamwedge. The country that will be representing you has done 35 races in marbles and not won a single one of them, despite everyone getting easier and easier and easier as it goes towards that final run. Does that give you faith? Ooh, Bosnia. Bosnia is desperate to be representing a Hungarian. Is there anything that can stop Bosnia at this point? And Bosnia goes to Anti. Bosnia, what did me ampersand? Yeah. And Herzegovina. The records for Bosnia and Herzegovina's most capped player, all-time top scorer, oldest player, is this Dzeko? And longest career held by current captain Edin Dzeko, yeah. The 39-year-old has 146 caps and has scored 72 goals, making his debut in 2007. Was he at Juventus, Dzeko? For some reason I know one Bosnian player. I think once the ball started rolling, everyone understood penalties are infinitely superior to a random coin toss. Such a spectator event. The documentary didn't mention any negativity, just some scepticism, but it was adopted everywhere quite rapidly. Yeah, it needed to be something objective, didn't it? Not just a coin toss, which is objective, but something a bit more... What's the word? A bit more... football related. Right, Sothan, you're up. Not just Europe, some other continents too. Sothan could get one of the host nations still. Canada are still left to be decided, right? Sothan, would you like Ghana, the Ivory Coast, Senegal, Colombia, Canada, Belgium, or Norway? I guess if a team is ranked in 10th or 9th, it's not out of the realm of possibility they could get into a semi-final, right? I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that anybody could, but there are still potential point winners, aren't there? Plus you get the bragging rights of potentially knocking some favourites out. You'll probably get Ivory Coast, you feel a tugging. French though, Sothan. Just think about that. Speaking of French, Canada drops down, and Senegal, and Ivory Coast. Sothan's got triple French. Do Ghana speak French? Ghana's not one of the French ones, is it? Ghana's not England, is English, that's Nigeria. Ghana might speak French now I think about it. If that's true, Sothan's got a quadruple French. Ghana speak Quebecois, I'm sure. Senegal definitely speak French. I thought I said Canada. And Italy played for AS not Juventus, so AS and Inter Milan. Played for Barcelona as well, right, Cats, I think? Alright, the triple French threat. Somebody Google what they speak in Ghana. Part of me thinks it's French, but I'm not sure. That middle part of West Africa, it seems to flip-flop between all kinds of European languages. I wonder how. Gantonese. Ooh, Senegal's making a big push for Southend. They wanted the Ivory Coast, but it's not going to happen. Are the English, Jamwedge, yeah? Okay, that was my initial thought, but I doubted it suddenly. I got the French fear. He wasn't in Spain at all. I might be confusing him then, Cats. I really thought it was at Barcelona. Yeah, maybe I don't know enough about Jeco. Her official language is English, yeah, but a lot of indigenous. Of course, yeah. But in terms of like the main language. This is a strong move from Canada, Southend. You might be getting one of the host nations. Unfortunately, you are represented by Jesse Marsh, who is an American coach. With French Guyana, you're thinking of. Now, that part of, well, I'm sure you know, but that part of West Africa, it's like English, French, English, French, English, French, English, French, and they're all like bordering each other. It's very confusing. I mean, Southend did get a French speaker, and a French speaker came in second. Official language, yeah. Canada is hosting 13 games at next summer's tournament, with 7 of them at British Columbia Place in Vancouver. I assume that means British Columbia. These will be the furthest west any World Cup fixtures have ever been played. The furthest north the World Cup has gone is Sandviken in Sweden in 1958, and the furthest east, Sapporo in Japan in 2002, and the furthest south is Mar del Plata in Argentina in 1978. Right, so how do you feel about Canada? I mean, his last message was anything's better than Jamie Oliver. We wait till we see Michael Oliver. Canada then for Southend, 25th ranked. Alright then. Now on to a very rare appearance in a competition such as this. Despite not getting a point in nearly over 3 years, Cellist is up. Can Cellist get one of the 2 remaining top 10 teams? We are back in with the Greens. The level is on the felt. Let's begin. Got all but one of Jamie Oliver's cookbooks. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. I bet there's no delicious school dinners in there, Jamwedge, alas. That's the type of fun fact I want to see, yeah. Geography facts. Imagine if Cellist gets a good country here and wins something. It's hard to see what's going on in this spinner. The best country currently in it, Norway, gets the best escape from the first spinner. Could Cellist do something dangerous? Colombia on the right. Belgium's up here as well. Senegal also trying to go green. I think most of those are banned by civilised countries, Jamwedge. Typical of water run through the spinner by Norway. It's typical an American would say that sort of thing. I think he's been fed propaganda because that guy reformed our school dinners and turned them from junk food to healthy stuff. And that would not be allowed in England. Me Ainsley Harriet will give me death. What's he doing now? Imagine he's somewhere shouting. Surprised Norway's 9, they're 30th. Yeah, I don't get why they're 9th. It makes no sense. For some reason it's on Siddles' list. I don't know whether it's the bookies of FIFA's rankings, but I don't think Norway have ever been 9th. I mean, if they perform on the pitch like they're performing in these spinners, then I can see it. Most of those bad Jamwedge. Damn, they do spit. No, Jamwedge didn't ban school dinners. Alright. Cellist might be getting a good country here, and the Greens are about to get their next of the top 10s. Cellist gets Belgium. The country I know very well that you spent a lot of time in lately, or been to a few times. But then you could say that about any European country with Cellist in the last 6 months. Cellist gets Belgium. Jamie Oliver makes a lot of inspired changes, which gets him a lot of dislike. I don't actually hate him, but it's fun to poke fun at. Where do you find Jamie Oliver dislike? You hear a lot about Anthony Worrell Thompson these days, you don't, do you? Where have all the good ones gone? Where's Gary Rhodes when you need him? Group of potential enemies. Yeah, maybe. In a favourable bracket, yeah. Does he actually sell instant couscous? Right then, cellist gets Belgium. What do we know about Belgium? The earliest born player to be in a World Cup squad is the Belgian Jean de Bie. The goalkeeper, who was born in 1892, went to the first World Cup in 1930 at the age of 38. Jesus. Right, 5 countries remain. Eye of the Storm is the name of this level. Cellist gets Belgium, and Alcarion for the Oranges is up. Good luck, Alcarion, we need this. The cooking scene. It's a meme on the internet. Exploded when Uncle Roger started reviewing some of his old cooking videos. Eye of the Storm is the level. Good luck, Alcarion. Get us a good one. Jamie Oliver just kind of doesn't give a shit about any of it. I'm not sure if he even knows. That's the thing, right? The internet, it can only go as far as the internet and this kind of stuff. He gets hate, but not real hate. Yeah. 38 in 1930 is basically old age, yeah? He was born in what, the fucking Industrial Revolution. Right then, I'll carry on. Colombia wouldn't be a bad shout. There's not a lot of low numbers left on this list, so if you can get fucking any of them, I would appreciate it. Jamwedge, if you could get anybody out of this crop. Senegal seems to be suddenly going forward. I love Uncle Roger, especially when he would get the puppet to sing the song that never ends. The song that never ends is that thing with the big white dog, right? And the horse that got stuck in the mud. Senegal's making waves. Ghana's approaching as well. The Ivory Coast and Norway. Senegal straight through. Is it going to... No, it's not going to stick the landing. And the cow jumped over the moon. Colombia jumped... Yeah. Ivory... Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I see how this is going now. Is Norway even going to get out of the storm that's killed literally every other country? I'm going to make him do that again. I'll carry on. That was a mess. 3, 2, 1. The Algeria missed their boat thing was good. Oh, the stat from yesterday, yeah. Yeah, Katz was saying yesterday that the Algeria fact is that they once missed entry to the World Cup entirely because they missed their boat due to a storm. Couldn't get there. Lamb chop. Senegal once again desperately wants to be orange. I have a lamb chop toy for the dog. Fun fact, I lather its feet with barbecue sauce to entertain the dog. Oh, I had a feeling there was a punchline there. She has barbecue sauce with her lamb chops. Right, Senegal keeps being shit and then suddenly good again. Do you know what? I've been sat thinking about this for right. Is anybody going to make this jump? I've been sat thinking about what's going to happen here, given that all of the top teams were still in it. Right? Thank you, Colombia. No, never mind. Norway, this is your second chance of being the only person that fucking survives this. Attempt number 3 on this stupid fucking level. I'm going to keep making them play this level until they complete this fucking... Razor, good afternoon. Razor, by the way, you have got... Jordan. Razor, there you go. You might not have got your home nation, but you've got one close by. Right. Please. Somebody finish the fucking level. Let's go, teams. Razor, good afternoon. Come on, this is the third attempt. People are so desperate to not represent Alkarion at this fucking competition. Despite never settling on a name, the country maintains a flawless World Cup record by having never qualified, lost, or even appeared. Didn't get around, we've got a bitch nation that protects Israel, it seems correct. They've not even got an H, have they? Isn't Jordan like 1,000 miles from Iran? I mean, the same continent, right? It could have ended up with, like, Canada or something. Who did get Iran? I think it was Sotham. Hang on, let me have a look. I'm kidding, it wasn't really Sotham. Iran. Iran went to Timmy for the Greens. Right, here we go, watch this. Bang! I was actually wondering whether or not they do bot. Has Ghana actually made the jump? Ghana's made the jump. Colombia's made the jump. Okay, 2 countries have actually made the fucking jump. What did Senegal do? What did Senegal do? Senegal for the oranges then. Alkarion gets Senegal. I mean, it looks like it might have been stunts, but I couldn't see it. Alright, the oranges get Senegal, the 22nd ranked team in the competition. Senegal is the only team to be eliminated from the World Cup as a result of fair play points. In 2018, the West African side and Japan finished with identical records in the group stage, but Senegal had picked up more yellow cards, so we're not... I remember that, yeah. It went all the way down to, like, disciplinary stuff, didn't it? Right, Alkarion gets Senegal. French, of course. Senegal is out. We have Ghana, Ivory Coast, Colombia, and Norway left to assign with Easy Green, Shaggy Dan, Mazak, and Jamwedge. Alright, not long to go now. House of Pain is the level. Easy Green is up. This one is for the Greens. I thought they were flying off to their death. Did you actually see them leave? Right, level is House of Pain. Let's begin. We've had to stretch this over 2 streams for those that are just arriving because of the stupid fucking World Cup having 48 teams in it. There's so much football going to be on. Again, I'm going to remind everybody, despite what everybody said about the World Cup predictions thing taking ages, I actually sat and pondered every one and it still only took me 5 minutes. If you would like to help your team, every prediction counts and helps towards the team. So if you have 5 to 10 minutes and you would like to sit down and start working out, make some predictions, whether they are very well researched, whether they are Googled, whether they are fucking AI, whether they are absolute guesses, or whether they're full of bullshit, you are more than welcome to click my last Discord messages and make your predictions. There is 4 hours and 56 minutes, I think. Is that right? 5 hours and 56 minutes remaining to get your predictions done, so don't miss out. Your team needs you. They're closest, they're only like 600 miles apart, but Jordan is shaped strangely. Do they not actually touch? I was confused for a second whether or not they did touch. You never know whether there's going to be some little... Oh, no way. And the Greens get yet another top 10 team. This is bullshit. Do you know what I'm looking forward to doing? I'm looking forward to seeing how much green there is stacked at the top of this list. What the Orange is going to need to do to get a fucking break. Although I think this is some bullshit, Norway being that high up. Easy Green gets Norway. Fuck Iraq, I'm dumb. Sorry, is there? I'm gonna say that's true, right? When you put it in Discord, you should put it in the order of the team rank. I will, so then, yeah. So we can see all the green stacked at the top.
Get bent oranges. Also, happy birthday,
I was
Sotan.
going to say, right, Sothan must be so happy to have this happen on his birthday of all days as well. The green's getting incredibly lucky. My summer car, mind, right? I know people who want monster marbles so they can say hello and then just leave me to shout and scream over it, but I'm going to go play my summer car. Norway is the only country that Brazil has played and never beat. The teams have met 4 times, a friendly, and then the group stages, Norway won and another friendly. So they played once where they got beat by Norway and then drew 3 friendlies. Oh, and lost one. No worries, I thought you were making fun of my American knowledge of geography, which is usually entirely fair. Right, congratulations. Easy Green gets Norway, and now we are on to Shaggy Dan. The level is marbles featured. To reswap colours, I think we might. The oranges can go to some new colour, like a purple or something. The greens can get banned. Yeah, when Kat said that, I was like, I think I said, didn't I? I said they're near. And then suddenly I doubted myself. The thing is, Kat, is when you say something with such confidence, everybody just buys it. That's how Sothan's managed to trick people into being his friend so well. Whoa, the Ivory Coast really wants to represent Shaggy Dan. Colombia has fallen behind. Shaggy Dan with Ivory Coast now in the lead. Ghana is in second. Of all things, Trench Crusade has given me a much better knowledge of geography. Learning the law has me poring over maps for hours at a time. Hey, it doesn't matter where you get it, right? So we'll see how the teams fall. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that visualisation, actually. So it'll be after this, though, of course. The competition starts soon as well, so I need to do some big bullshit admin tonight. And once it's all done, I can sit back and enjoy it. Cats, by the way, has a script. Very much like the one we used in 2024, where the predictions you make, which if you haven't done them, do them fucking now. Last message I wrote in Discord, click the link, do your predictions. Where as the goals go in for every game, it will post a sheet in Discord, and it will have everybody's performance live from their predictions based on what you predicted and how many points you're expected to get with as the scores are live. It's kind of a weird thing that I started doing manually like a maniac, but Cats has automated to a degree and it's top. So keep an eye on Discord if you want to follow this kind of stuff. I was coming from GeoGuessr, so get it where you can, Azar. Yeah, absolutely. Technically as early as regulation time is over. Yeah. But even still, like... Okay, I don't think Ivory Coast wants to represent... Oh my god, is this going to be one of them levels? Colombia is long dead. That is one hell of a punt. I'm not sure about Ivory Coast, Shaggy Dan. You might have to... We might have to have a rethink. Jesus, what a swing. I don't even know if Ghana's going to be able to... Okay. Ivory Coast. It won't be Ivory Coast. Shaggy Dan, good morning. So you're not doing it as the goals go in, Cats, just when the results come in. I mean, that makes sense. Ghana! Okay. Ghana survived it. Shaggy Dan? It would appear, unless there's some incredibly unfortunate bullshit, like one of these pegs down here, it would seem you are getting 30th place Ghana after waiting all these hours to finally get to your name at the bottom of the list. Ghana it is for Shaggy Dan. Are you happy with that, Shaggy Dan? I'm guessing that you said, well, that maybe not. Congratulations, Shaggy Dan. Ghana, 30th ranked. I mean, once you get down that low, there's more of a chance of you losing a point. But luckily, us in the shitters bracket will more likely lose. Ghana's Asamoah Gyan holds the unwanted record along with Lionel Messi of missing the most penalties at the World Cup, excluding shootouts, with 2. Gian missed against the Czech Republic in 2006 and Uruguay in 2010. Messi filled from the spot against Iceland in 2018 and Poland. Only 2 missed penalties being the record is mad. Isn't it? You'd think that'd be a lot more, especially countries going deep, but then... Think of like Calvert-Lewin, for example. He missed 2 penalties in 44 games this season, so I suppose that makes sense. Right, Shaggy Dan gets Ghana, and that is all of the orange teams assigned. Ivory Coast and Colombia are the last 2 for either Mazak or Jamwich. We're nearly there, everybody. I like rooting for an underdog, but Ghana doesn't have a chance in hell. Hey, when we found out earlier, Shaggy Dan, at least they don't speak French. Right then, Cosmic Chaos is the name of the level. The record holder for this level, which has been out for years, by the way, the record holder is 27 Paraguay. We're making a mess of our beautiful list. How did Paraguay break the record on this level? It's been out for ages. Fine, 26 Ivory Coast is about to take Paraguay's record. Yeah, there you go. Pola's just listed. So, then there's your data. Pola, welcome to the stream. The orange, out of all the top 10, the orange's got 3rd and 8th, and the green's got 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and 10th. Ivory Coast has already fallen off the level. This has been a fucking tragic competition, this. Especially because the oranges are, what, 26 points behind? 27? How does this happen? Like, the oranges were in it this year. We were neck and neck until, like, the end of, what, April? And the greens just... Well, I don't even think the greens have done anything that spectacular. The oranges just failed catastrophically to... By the 90% mark of every level, the oranges have been winning most things. Stream races, cards, marbles, etc. Greens also got 11th, 12th and 13th. I can't wait to see how this is written. Mercifully, the Greens did terrible in the shit bracket, so they might lose a point, but still. If England are as shit as we're all anticipating, and the Greens get 1st, 2nd and 3rd, then that's 9 points in their pocket. Then, they'll lose a point, which will put them on 8. But then they might fucking flood the prediction. Greens, don't do the predictions. Oranges, do your best to get it as perfect as possible. Read the instructions, oranges, do this, we're desperate. And then they'll get another fucking 10 points, and the Greens could come out with this with 18 bastard points. Starting to get a bit excited. I really like World Cups. I can feel the anticipation. There's weird matches that still matter. It's spicy. Yeah, it is. Mazak gets Colombia. I mean, AI might not actually be a bad way to do your predictions. Colombia, 11th. Colombia was due to host the World Cup in 1986 but had to pull out for economic reasons. The tournament was given to Mexico instead. Not far away, I suppose. That's why Mexico has the record with 3 hosts. I can't believe America's hosted it twice in 32 years, right? Right, and that is Colombia assigned. Now, the final round. Jam Wedge is up. The level is Marbles Diner. Jam Wedge, who would you like out of the remaining teams? Who do you think? You can have anybody on this list up here. Any of these could win. Wasn't Pablo there during that? Maybe? Colombia briefly considered replacing traffic lights with giant illuminated crucifixes in the 1950s. Green Jesus meant go, red Jesus meant stop. The idea was abandoned after several theological disputes about Amber Jesus. Gwynblade went to a different school. frankly, a better one. I don't mind really, this is all very exciting. Jamwedge, whatever your wildest dreams could get you, I hope they come true. This then is the final round of a stream and a half's worth of stubblers shouting at marbles. Jamwedge's round. Who's that? What country's that? Maybe you can't have just one marble. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Have we already worked that out? Yes! It's alright, we've got a solution. Brand new this week. Tags that welcome to the stream. Here comes a new challenger, Quadugu or whatever his name was. Alright, Jamwedge. Was it Venezuela who had a lot of traffic deaths, so they installed clowns or something at intersections to make people obey the lights. It worked dramatically, and a couple of South American nations adopted it. Why does he get 2 times odds on Ivory Coast? It hardly seems fair. Listen, this is very competitive, this. Right, best of luck to Ivory Coast and Ivory Coast. I prefer the Eurovision approach, where if the random name won, you ran it again. Oh yeah, that was better. Is that what I did for Eurovision? That does actually sound better. I think my last funny idea was funny. There's a shit 80s level. I can't remember that. That was like months ago. Probably about 7 weeks. Should have been Ivory Coast, but still for Jamwedge. Should have been Ivory Coast, but how do you mean, mind right, sorry? This is an illegitimate competition, and the winners can't be given to Jamwedge thusly. The late 80s were so 90s coded. Iconic. The name. Should have been Ivory Coast, but still for Jamwedge. The name of the marbles? Similarly, Portugal can't be given to Lungios. Is that the name of his Iberian name? I don't think there's any danger of you winning. Well, I don't know. If Ivory Coast pulls its finger out and gets the overtake. You discovered it before then, the Eurovision a few years ago with me. I was last and you ran Cyprus. I think you ran Cyprus twice. Okay, I can't wait for the next thing we qualify for, where I've forgotten again. Ivory Coast gets the bounce off this side. This is it. This will determine every single team that everybody will be getting in the World Cup 2026. Big points on offer. It was mean, and it was bought in Bogota first, then later adopted in other countries. Jamwedge gets Ivory Coast. I mean, there is something quite beautiful about the number 26 being the final one to cross the line in this 2026 of all World Cups. Jamwedge, congratulations. Jamwedge gets Ivory Coast. And our table is filled. Right then. Despite their football team being nicknamed the Elephants, there are 37 countries in the world with more elephants than Ivory Coast. Well, Scotland's mascot is the Unicorns Cats. Do you have any similar stats? That was an upset, yeah, it was. There's a 50% chance that was going to be Ivory Coast. And with that, what turned out to potentially, what could have potentially been an exciting final day as we assigned the last 15 countries, turned into a fucking sleepy. Because the Greens started. When they started, there was 15 people left, and there was 9 of the top 10 left to assign. Interesting. Then the Greens went out and got, where was it again, Paula? The Greens went out and got 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th and 10th. Bullshit. Which means that we now know who will represent who. Let me get this as big as possible. Take a nice fat fucking screenshot to post in Discord, where I'm sure everybody will start pulling the data out from the picture to give us a comfortable list. I would like to see all the green emotes next to these in order of rank. But just so I've got the data. There we go. Everybody's countries have now been assigned, and we have Australia for Azar, Mexico for Mindright, Dougie gets South Korea, Auger gets the USA. In terms of big countries that could potentially do some damage, Bear gets Brazil for the Greens. Then Pat, Morocco, Schmitz, Switzerland, Azzy gets Uruguay, Salty, Egypt, Pola, Japan, 6-4 gets Ecuador, Santa, Germany, Mina, Sweden. Germany goes to Santa. 6-4 gets Ecuador. Wait, I've gone back. Gwynblade gets Austria. Cats, Turkey. Trim, Croatia. 12 gets Paraguay. Chaz, Algeria. Chrisman gets Scotland. Lundios, Portugal. Martin gets Argentina. Kelly gets Spain. Look at that run there. So we started the competition today, right? And all of the top 10 were available. The Greens got the first 4 rolls and got 4 of the top 6. It was so obvious that the Greens were getting everything that when it got to Reap's round, we were all like, yeah, he's going to get France, whatever. And we just sat and talked about something else while France won, and then we just carried on. Siddles got the only other top 10 team, with the Netherlands in 8th. Satan got our best hope, and it's fucking England, who nobody expects to get very far for the Oranges. Taxlat gets the Czech Republic. Anti gets Bosnia. Wait, I've not written Bosnia's rank in there. Oh god, the data's incomplete. Third. Bosnia gets... Bosnia is there... What am I doing here? I'm flapping. I've had to go into my fucking messages with Siddles to get the rank. Every other number is there so we can extrapolate. No, it's not incomplete. That is true, but still, you can't be having extrapolation in the Doomhaus. These people can't be trusted to tie their own shoelaces, let alone work with data. They'd be offended by that, but they're Googling the word extrapolate as we speak. Sothan gets Canada, Cellist, Belgium, Alcarion, Senegal, Easy Green gets Norway, Shaggydan, Ghana, Mazak gets Colombia, and Jamwedge gets the Ivory Coast. The boffins in this stream. In it reaps. What football team has the best chance at winning Eurovision? Chaz, I'm going to do, speaking of Bosnia, do me a favour. Go on YouTube and listen to Bosnia's World Cup song. Genuine. It's called, I can't remember what it's called. Just go Bosnia World Cup song. And click the one that's been released with the music video, not the one from 13 years ago. It's a fucking rager, right? To the point where it would walk Eurovision. It's the most Eurovision... So I'm wondering why nobody has any super shit teams. That is true, because there is one extra bit of data that I need to read out. So, we did the losers bracket before this, and while I'm reading teams out, I should read this out as well. The remaining teams were filled in by those who... Can I put this data in here somehow? Hang on, let me get this. Hang on, I'm going to do some fucking about. What's that? Okay. Data, bang. There we go, and that is the lower tier teams that were assigned to the people that don't have any points. Towns got Qatar, Kitten got Saudi Arabia, Razor got Jordan, Radware, the lowest team, Green, and Haiti. Timmy got Iran, Jamie New Zealand, Garths South Africa, Cheeky got Iraq, Fisty Curacao, Eric got Cape Verde, Shrill got Panama, Scotty Uzbekistan, Big Stubbler in there for the first time. Stubbler gets Tunisia, and Thandia gets the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Some of the names in there are nuts. In what? Sorry, text that? I don't know if it is Chaz. It's fucking top, whatever it is. Fucking Balkan Scar. Some of the people's... Oh, the fact that some of these people have 0 points. The thing is, though, right? Eric makes sense. He's been working at a time that doesn't really match with the streams, but he comes in as often as he can, and he's always in Discord. Cheeky has only been able to watch on Fridays this year because of my winter car spoilers. Makes sense. What the fuck is Kitten doing on there? It beggars belief, honestly. Right, but that is all of the countries. Let me post that in Discord as well. So we've got the full list. Bang. That is all the countries. That is your 48 Doomhaus members assigned. And that is going to do us for the World Cup. Now, if you haven't made your predictions, make them now.